I am Brad Glynn, the co-owner and Vice President of Marketing here at Liftbridge Brewery. So the name Liftbridge came from the town that we started the brewery in, Stillwater. We have a lift bridge that connects Wisconsin to Minnesota. Really want an iconic image of Stillwater. And when you Google image search Stillwater, Minnesota, you get a lot of perspectives of our awesome, cool, historic downtown, but it always has that bridge over it. Again, the bridge is a great metaphor for other things like great craft beer. Kind of bridging the gap between crappy beer and good beer. We're trying to do that in our own right here. So the early days of Liftbridge were actually started in a garage, in my garage in Stillwater, Minnesota. We've been in operation in Stillwater since 2010. A little bit smaller system there, so we have been looking at the opportunity to expand. One thing that happened in New Richmond was some of our friends who own a company called Big Wad purchased a defunct brewery that was here. They reached out to us because they had a lot of brewing equipment that they didn't intend on using. They had also a taproom that they didn't intend on using, and asked us if we would be interested in utilizing those two things, which after looking at everything, we definitely said yes, because it's a great opportunity to expand. There are some legal and law advantages to being in Wisconsin. Again, it's a neighboring state, but Wisconsin has some laws for taprooms that allow more off-sale to consumers in different formats, 6-packs, 12-packs, that sort of thing, right out of the facility here, which we can't do in Minnesota. And actually, we're coming up against a growler cap in Minnesota, which will not allow us to sell any growlers once we pass 25,000 barrels, which is going to be pretty quick. We can only have one operating taproom in Minnesota, which we do in Stillwater, and that we want that our only one, right? So moving here, we're able to have a second taproom location as well. So this gives us the opportunity to host a whole wider range of people here. Of course, we needed a West Coast IPA. We needed something dark and barrel-aged, but also we wanted something that was light and approachable. So we looked at some more international types of beers like Belgian Saisons that were very approachable, refreshing, but maybe underrepresented in the US market. So that was the starting of Farm Girl, was something that was brewed in the farmhouse tradition. And here in the Midwest, I mean, there's tons of farms, right? So speaks right to that customer with familiarity with farms and doing brewing in a farmhouse tradition. But it was a little bit of a hurdle to overcome because there wasn't a lot of Saison. We had to do a little bit of market education on what a Saison is. It's actually a super refreshing beer that was made for people that worked on the farm, that wasn't super high in alcohol, that didn't have all these crazy flavors. So that's why we introduced Farm Girl, and honestly, it did take off, and it was a really good brand, and it still is today. In brewing, especially craft brewing, it's all about innovation. As I mentioned, keeping our ear to the ground of what our consumers are wanting. In Minnesota, we have the benefit of having an awesome state fair, probably the best in the country. We talked to a few of the vendors out there, one in particular, Ballpark Cafe, about how fun it would be to do something cool that's state fair only. And really, we want to kind of encapsulate the state fair into one flavor. And as we kind of roundtabled on several different state fair things like hot dog water and the other really bad ideas, we settled on mini donuts as being really that quintessential experience of the state fair. When you walk into the state fair and you smell that cinnamon, that dough frying, you're at a fair or at somewhere pretty cool. So we worked hard at making that mini donut experience into a glass. Again, working with different malts to make kind of a doughier background. Working with great flavor providers that have some great cinnamon and vanilla flavors. And then personally, I worked hours and nights at home trying to figure out the perfect ratio of sugar to rim that glass, so you had that cinnamon sugar rim. And I think we nailed that. And the first year we brewed about 30 kegs and sent them over, and we wondered what we were going to do with all the beer that was left over while we were out by day 2. So we've only increased from there, and that being one of the first kind of specialty exclusive only state fair beers. At that time, that was about 8 years ago. And now this past year in 2021, there was, I think, in the 50s, 57 or 59 state fair exclusive beers. Mini Donut received national attention, which was pretty cool. They were drinking on the Today Show. But we've always tried to do different cool flavor combinations and adding different, whether it be berries or adding different nuts. We've done variations of all of our stouts with coffee, vanilla, some other kinds of fun stuff. And really Craft Brewing is all about innovation and figuring out what flavor combinations might work and trying it and see if they do. Not all of them work, but it's pretty cool when some of them do. So kind of, again, segueing off of doing innovation, a lot of different flavors of beer. We had some partners that were able to work with national celebrity chef who typically is, screaming at people all day, all night on your TV. But Gordon Ramsay, his marketing company asked a few of our peers in the brewing industry if they knew of anyone that could maybe do some flavors for a upcoming hard seltzer project. And they asked us, which we were super excited about trying. So I tried about a dozen flavors, all kind of reflective of what's on the drink menu and the dessert menu at Hell's Kitchen restaurants. We kind of pitched them some ideas and they liked them. They liked what they tasted. So we were able to be the flavor developers for this new line of hard seltzers with Gordon Ramsay's name on it that are going to get distributed throughout the entire country. Well, cheers from Liftbridge Brewery. Thanks for joining us today, and feel free to stop on by our tap rooms in either New Richmond, Wisconsin, or Stillwater, Minnesota. Looks like I need another beer.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, you can click down below where there's some more episodes for you to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on episodes that you do watch. We hope to see you next time.